What's going on, guys? Shooting Dave here. So good to see your faces. Hope you're all having a great week so far. Now today we're going to do a tutorial inside Davinci. We're going to put timecode onto a video. So if you saw my last tutorial, 5 light painting tips inside 100 seconds, you would have noticed that either down here or down here there was a little timecode showing how long I'd been going for. So that's what we're going to be creating today. But before we get into that, if you're new here and you aren't subscribed already, please do subscribe. It really does mean a lot. My name's Shooting Dave and I do light painting tutorials, video editing and retouching techniques. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, then please do subscribe. It really does make a big difference. Anyway, let's jump straight into this and get straight into Davinci Resolve. Okay, so once you're inside Davinci Resolve, I've already got myself some footage on the timeline. I've cleared out the audio because, well, it's me talking and we don't want double audio. So once you've got the portion of clip that you have on your timeline that you want the timecode to be over, you're going to head up to the effects library. If you don't see it, it's just in the top left of the screen and you want to click on it. And then you want to come down to Text Plus with this little lightning bolt next to it. That means it's a fusion clip and that's what we want to use. So we're going to click and drag that onto our timeline. And then not much happens. So we've got title there and there's a few things we need to take care of before we can sort this. So make sure that your time plus is the same length as the clip you are wanting the time code to be on. Otherwise the time will go but it'll stop and your clip will carry on going and you won't have time code all over it. So we're going to make this clip the same length as our clip. Second of all, we're going to come up here and we're going to clear out title because we don't want title, we want timecode. So once that's done, you're going to right click in here and scroll down to timecode and there you have it. It's pretty straightforward. So once you scrub through the footage, you can see that it's counting and that's pretty cool. But there's a few things that personally I don't like having in there. You might want them, but that's fine. So from left to right, you have hours, you then have minutes, seconds, and milliseconds. Now typically I don't want hours because my videos aren't hours long and I don't really need milliseconds in there because, well, who's that precise? I mean, honestly. So in order to do that, there's a couple of things we can do. So we'll come down to the bottom and what you want to look for is right on, start and end. So as you start to bring the start in a bit, you will notice that you lose hours, and then if you go to the end and bring that in a bit, you'll start to lose the milliseconds. There we go. So now we've got minutes and seconds, a much more usable range of data that we can work with. So coming up here, there's a few other things we can do. We can change our fonts. So I'm going to change mine to something that I like. So I typically use Gothica Moderna KK Italic. So we'll put that on there. Now you can play with size and tracking and rotation inside the Fusion tab. I prefer to do it in the video tab. It works a bit better, so I'll explain that. So coming over here into video, you can then change your size. So let's make it a bit smaller, and you can play with your position. So I'm going to move it off to the left hand side and then we're going to drop it down here, and because it's italic we're going to rotate it slightly. So what do I want to do? I want to change rotation angle, and I know this is 6 degrees. Okay, so there we go. So that's how you position it. And then because it's a standard video clip, you can obviously play with your opacity. You can make it animate on or animate off, and that's fine. Now, you might be thinking, well, what if I want to do a time lapse, or what if I want to speed through this footage? What do I do then? Well, you can just click on the Text Plus tab, right click, and change to a new compound clip. So this way, that is just basically a video clip of some time code, and you can animate that so you can key it to go faster and slower as much as you want. It's basically the same as a regular video tab, so that's pretty much how you can play with that. So say you're starting at regular speed but then you wanted to ramp it up, so you're trying to show some action happening really quickly, or like a video time lapse or something, and you wanted to show the passage of time. That might be a way you can do it. Essentially, that's how you create timecode inside Davinci Resolve. Pretty simple. I stumbled across it because I wanted to have a counter of like 100 seconds and I didn't really want to have to animate text changing manually, and this is the simplest way I could find. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you've got any other ways of doing this, or you think that I've completely blown it and there's a much better way of doing it, let me know down below. If you want to see more of videos like this, please do subscribe. It really does mean a lot. And as always, please do follow me on Instagram. I'm at Shooting Dave. And as always, I shall see you in the next one. See ya.